So I've been talking about sin for several weeks now, for a while, and last time I talked about personal conviction, and I talked about blanket sin, things that none of us can do, and I've talked about why sin matters and what it means and all this stuff. And I'm guessing at this point somebody has probably seen this, or at some point will see this, and is probably going to ask themselves, why do I care? And really the simplest answer is most of you don't. To be honest, a lot of people will react when you talk about sin. They'll get mad, but I don't really count that as caring. That's really just people reacting to feeling called out. Most people, what I would really say is this: there are only 2 times in your life that you will care about your sin. Well, there's only 1 time in your life that you care about sin. It's going to be one of 2 times. Either one of these days your life is going to end, and you will then come face to face with God himself, and you will stand there, and the weight of all that sin that you have done nothing about, that you have never cared about, that you have never sought to take care of, or to try to atone for or make better, or all that sin that you've just never cared about, and really that you've made your pet, and that you've loved and held on to and thought was so great and something to behold, and all that sin that you thought made you and made you so special, which is a load of horse manure, and you're going to realize that on that day. All that sin that all of a sudden you realize is dragging you to hell, that's when you're going to care. And on that day, it's too late. On that day, I can't help you. On that day, God can't help you. And you can't help you. And that's the day you're going to care. And I can't do anything about that. These videos are not for that day. That day, it's too late. I don't say that to scare you, because to be quite honest, we all face that day. We all deserve that day. Every single one of us has failed at this life. Every single one of us has done something to deserve to stand in front of God and to realize that we are unworthy to enter his presence for eternity. And that day belongs to all of us. We all should stand in front of him on that day and realize, I am not going to spend eternity with him, and I am in trouble. That's a day that we should all experience, per justice. Or the other day that we could all find, that we care, and some of us have, is the day that you have a foot of the cross, absolute transformational, life-changing experience with Jesus Christ. The day that you lay down that sin that is what makes me me, because it's not. That sin that is everything that I want from this life, because it's not. That sin that is what I need to be happy, because it's not. The control that I need to have in my life, because it's not. That day when you say, you know what, Jesus, I have done it my way, and I am not who I need to be, because you're not. That is the opportunity that you have to give him an opportunity, to give him the permission, because that's all he's waiting on, to take control, to show you who you were meant to be, to make you the authentic you. Go back a few episodes and you'll understand what I mean by that. And to create in you who you're supposed to be, to show you how all of those things that you're holding on to are really the prisons that you have built for yourself. And then you will care about all the sin that you've been carrying around, because you'll realize that that junk was holding you back and you don't want it no more. Those are the only 2 times in your life that you will care about your sin. And I promise you, the second is far better opportunity to do something about it than the first. Because the last thing you want is to be standing in front of God when you realize your sin is what it is. And I am so happy that I don't have to experience that, because Jesus saved me from it. I don't know if I'm done or not. We may stay here on the sin series. We may move on next week. I don't know. We're just going to see where the Spirit leads me. But seriously, if you want to give Jesus a chance, if you want to have that life-changing experience and you just don't understand it, or want to know more, or want to ask questions, or want to pick somebody's brain, reach out. I am happy to talk to you. I'm happy to share my experience. I am happy to tell you what happened with me, or talk you through it, or put you on the right path, and whatever. I would be happy to talk to you. I'd be happy to recommend a church or help you find one in your area. You don't even have to be local to me. I will do whatever I can to help you find what it is you need to find. Just reach out. Until next time, hope to talk to you in the DMs. Take care.